Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Just getting everything started, but already seeing tornado watches across parts of West Virginia, southern Kentucky, and Nashville, with the potential for some really severe weather really cranking off across Alabama and Mississippi, maybe even parts of Georgia today as well. So Lebanon areas just seeing some heavy rain, some thunderstorms up near Springfield and Gallatin, Lafayette. Have a strong thunderstorm with a special weather statement right outside Nashville, currently over Franklin. So we're going to continue to monitor this as this tornado watch is in effect. Uh, Numerous school closings have been ordered today and early releases. I have some information on that. Let's see. Somewhere. So, due to severe weather, schools in Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky school districts have announced closings or early dismissals due to the severe weather. Well, here in Lebanon, Doppler is indicating it's 72 degrees with a 66-degree dew point, which is very humid, with 13-mile-per-hour winds and gusts to 21. So you're pretty safe there. I mean, once this storm, once these storms really start cranking through, uh, most of Nashville is only in an enhanced risk of severe weather. So yes, there's a tornado watch, but it doesn't look like everything really starts going severe for a little bit more time. So but we'll cover all that. Let's see. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. So, oi. No, I get it. Do you think it'll get worse as it passes over us? Our news coverage sucks. Yeah, I mean, once, if I kind of kill the, let me kill this. Let's look at the model. Let's look at reflectivity. Short range. Let's see. So even so right around 9 o'clock, it's 9:30 here Pacific time. We're seeing a cluster of storms coming up, but it looks like you can see some heavy rain coming up near Lebanon. It's mainly the storms that fire up this afternoon. Hey Debbie, thanks for liking the stream. So it's the ones that are going to form later that that have that potential threat. Still early in the day, especially near Nashville So this is at 6 o'clock. So, I mean, you can see all the thunderstorms sticking around. These are the ones that we're really going to watch, especially with near Franklin later on. This is around 4 o'clock. So, look at the supercells here near Hendersonville, Lakewood, and Green Hill. These are the ones that I would be most concerned about, the ones that form later in the day. So, so the ones that you're going to see this morning, hey Melissa, thanks for liking the stream, appreciate it. The ones that are coming through right now, yes, there's a tornado watch in place, but the more severe storms really shouldn't start until later on. Let's go back to Doppler. So right now we are seeing this severe thunderstorm. Actually, it's not even severe. It just has a special weather statement. So places near Franklin, Fairview, Kingston, Springs, near Centerville. And then we have this storm by Waynesboro, Collinswood, Lawrenceburg, and Loretto. Hey David, thanks for liking the stream. Appreciate it. Up near Gallatin, White House, Portland, Westmore, and Lafayette is another thunderstorm. This one actually is centered near Bowling Green, Kentucky. This one has the severe thunderstorm warning with it. But right now, we're just seeing some average showers, some heavy rain, and some hail that's not even severe yet. So could get worse later on, which it's expected to do, but right now everything is staying under severe limits in the state of Tennessee. Up into West Virginia, we have another tornado watch. So some severe storms here from Morgantown down through Glenville, Elkins, Richwood, Covington, and Beckley, Somersville, Webster Springs, Marlinton, Falling Spring, all seeing, especially near Mill Creek, seeing some severe thunderstorms as they roll through. A couple tornado warnings earlier. So we're going to try and focus on this area for right now. I'll bring in both of the tornado watches. All the weather guys really missed it yesterday in Oklahoma. We did have 3 possible tornadoes just north of the Tulsa area. Yeah, I covered that, Tim, but yeah, it was expected to be a whole lot worse in Oklahoma and didn't end up being that bad. There were some tornado warnings overnight through Fayetteville, West Fork, Huntsville. We did see some tornado warnings as they moved across through Stillwell, but so once we look at where the severe weather is looking for today, SPC has moved to moderate risk. It was more over here by Pittsburgh. It is now more centered over Columbus, Troy, Cincinnati, Waverly, Ohio, which includes parts of Kentucky as well. Louisville, Kentucky, Bowling Green, Somerset, Lexington, Olive Hill, all in that moderate risk of severe weather, as storms should really start cranking through this afternoon and through this evening. Even parts of Indiana, Osgood, Batesville, Salem, down through Tell City, also in that that moderate risk of severe weather as well. Categorical, best chance for tornadoes. There we go. We have that 15% risk down through Columbus, through Maysfield, Louisville, Rochester, Somerset, and then 10% chance right around Nashville, Crump, but we are underneath that tornado watch for Nashville with that 10% risk. Everyone else looks like 5%, but you can see the 10% even comes down through parts of Mississippi, pretty much all of Alabama, and even parts of Georgia, as we could see that outbreak across the south today as well. And that goes from that tail that we were looking at yesterday. Remember how we were looking at the Doppler and it was showing that squall line that was trying to develop here out of Nashville down through Alabama, parts of Mississippi, and down in through Louisiana. That's that tail that we're going to be watching as it moves across parts of Alabama today. Hey Kathy, thanks for liking the stream. Really appreciate it. Thanks Kathy for sharing the stream. So it's 9:30 here in California, so have my morning energy drink and trying to get the balls and the bearings going. It was a late night. I was up quite late covering storms, so, and then waking up and starting to cover more, so bear with me. A little sluggish this morning. But we will make it happen. Thanks, Vicky, for liking the stream. Mary, thank you for liking the stream. Trying to get my shares out. So, starting to cover the severe weather here across Tennessee. Once we look at the model, and we can see these showers already expected here. Let's see, let's go to 10 a.m. Starting to see these showers and this line trying to develop across Mississippi and in through Louisiana by 1 o'clock. out in Mississippi. That'll be 2 o'clock in Alabama. You can see this line really starting to develop, especially right around 3 or 4. 3 o'clock here, Mississippi, 4 o'clock. I think Mississippi's actually 3 hours. So this would be right around 4. We're starting to see this line really develop. And I'm going to have to switch to the 48 hour. Come on. Thanks, Anna, for liking the stream. Come on. So let's back it up. So we can see this line really right around dark. Really starting to come in through Tupelo, especially through Wyona, Yazoo City. So it's later on this evening that we're seeing this line really start coming through Mississippi and Alabama as well. Embedded supercells here near Montgomery. Lines and embedded supercells trying to form near LaGrange. And this is what brings all the severe weather. Look at all these pop-up supercells all across Alabama, especially near Puntington and Silas, up through Birmingham, Winfield, Huntsville, even Chattanooga, Tennessee, up through Knoxville. So even Atlanta, seeing some of these pop-up thunderstorms as well through the overnight hours. And that's when they really keep moving and carrying on, especially through the overnight. And then by tomorrow morning, you wake up, it'll be nice and clear across Alabama. All the showers will be right off through central Georgia, up through South Carolina and North Carolina, maybe even parts of Florida as well for first thing in the morning. So, but this is why there is this enhanced risk for Birmingham, Montgomery, Enterprise, Huntsville, because of this wave that's expected to come through and bring severe weather. Could even see a tornado outbreak across Alabama today as these storms roll through the area this afternoon, this evening, and overnight. So this is going to be a huge threat for Alabama today, this evening, and overnight. So if you're more up in the northern part of Alabama, you'll get your threat early. Birmingham would be more close to we'll say 11 o'clock tonight, Birmingham area. And Montgomery would probably start seeing that big threat also right around midnight. So definitely want to stay weather alert across Alabama and even in through Mississippi. That elevated tornado risk, 5%. So this will be a threat that starts this afternoon across Mississippi, rolls through, as we can already see these thunderstorms trying to develop, and they roll through this afternoon and then transition in through Alabama. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Chat line is open. So right now, the biggest risk is going to be, let me go back to categorical. Come on. It's way too early for this Doppler to acting up. Come on. Come on. There we go. So we see that moderate risk across Columbus through Florence and Wellston, Ohio. That includes Dayton, Cincinnati, Portsmouth, Beaver, Shawnee, Ohio, coming in through parts of Indiana and a lot of Kentucky, just the western part of West Virginia. So Dayton is under that moderate risk. Currently 64 degrees outside with a 59-degree dew point. So we look and see where all that moisture is first thing this morning. Well, this afternoon for you guys. It's still morning for me. Seeing some of that moisture coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico, streaming up around Louisville and Kentucky, coming up in through Indianapolis and Dayton. Starting to see some of that humidity in place. Ton of that moisture over Cleveland and Pittsburgh, going up through New York and Boston. So as we get later on in the day, more of this moisture will be flowing up out of the Gulf of Mexico and infiltrating these storms. Especially, you can see that layer near Montgomery and Monroeville. Already seeing that line develop here near Monroe and Alexandria. Everything staying well to the east of Shreveport. But this is that line that's going to start bringing that severe weather to Mississippi later on today as we keep watching this line develop here. There, let me move the screen. This line is what's also going to bring a lot of that severe weather in through Alabama as well. So we're going to see these storms initiate, move to the east, then later on this afternoon, evening, and overnight hours, that is when Alabama's really going to start cranking. I want to welcome everyone watching. Like I said, I'm here covering these storms. I got to get the green screen and everything ready. So I'm going to get up for a minute, and I got to move the camera and get everything set up for using the green screen behind. So I'm going to leave the Doppler just kind of up, and I'll be right in front of the camera, but setting up. So I'll be right back. Hey Vicky, thank you, or Mickey, Michael, Michael. Thanks, Michael, for liking the stream. Was in a weird angle trying to read it. Let's see, where? Green screen, camera. There it is. Give a quick test here. Alright, camera looks like it's in place, how I like it. Alright, looks good. Oh. Lebanon, Tennessee is in that special weather statement. What's the difference in that and a severe weather warning? Actually, Lebanon is not in the special weather statement right now. So what a special weather statement is, it just says a strong thunderstorm will impact southeastern Davidson, northwestern Rutherford, south central Sumner, northeastern Williamson, and northwestern Wilson counties through 12:15. Radar was indicating a strong thunderstorm over Oak Hill or 8 miles south of Nashville, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. It just says that the wind gusts are up to 50 miles an hour and half an inch of hail. Gusty winds are the primary threat with this, but it's not severe. As you know, a severe thunderstorm has to produce well over 60-mile-per-hour winds and over 1 inch in diameter hail. So this doesn't categorize as a severe thunderstorm. That's why they just issue a special weather statement, just to say, hey, we know it's there. Don't freak out. We know there's a tornado watch in place, but this cell isn't even severe. It's just strong. It's not a severe thunderstorm. It's a strong thunderstorm. There's thunderstorm, strong thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm, and then of course you have supercell. So this is just a strong thunderstorm with some gusty winds. With could see a wind gust up to 50 miles an hour, but you know it's moving at 50 miles an hour, so it's gonna push by really quick. But it is not severe. Once we look at Doppler 2, see if I can get close to this cell. So we'll use the, come on, don't tell me you're going to start this stuff too. Alright, so let's go. Let's use the Nashville Doppler. Let's pull up the hail. Maybe. Thinking about it. Still thinking. So we're not seeing any hail with this cell. It's mainly heavy rain. So this is that special weather statement issued right over Davidson, Nashville, Oak Hill, Berry Hill. So it's right here, not seeing any hail. A little bit of rotation, little bit, little embedded rotation cells, but nothing that looks like it's really all that organized. Kind of sloppy looking, but we do have to continue to watch it as, I mean, it's over here where there's no rain, no nothing. So more than likely it's just winds. But especially once we look, if I bring this in, pull up Doppler 2, you can see the one little area is north of Belmead, and the other one's way out here, way south of Pegram. Looking at this one, here's one little area right here by Belmead. So this little area has a little bit, and then the other one's way out here. So I'd be more concerned let's go back to, I'd be more concerned with this area than any other, but not really seeing any reds and greens here. And let's look at that last Doppler. More than likely that's just a line, because that's a straight line. That's probably not even anything, because it's all in a straight line. That's not really how it works. Probably just how the Doppler's seeing it. So I disregard that. Not really seeing any rotation with this cell. It's just a strong thunderstorm. So Glasgow and Columbia area now under severe thunderstorm warning. This is moving east at 51 miles an hour. Not really seeing any tornado threat with this one either, even though it says possible. Oh, there is some rotation with it. Doesn't really look like anything that organized. Like I said, right near Temple Hill, seeing that rotation, but nothing all that organized yet. But it is a severe thunderstorm coming across Kentucky. But the main threat doesn't happen until later on this afternoon here in Nashville. Have to remember that. This is just some storms that are rolling through. We'll be seeing that other storms forming here with this line that's near Cape Guardo. That will be pushing on through later on. But this is just some of the remnants from last night. But I mean, you can see where the cold air is, where it's 50s and 40s, and then right along this boundary layer coming down through Effingham, all this will kind of start pushing through later on this afternoon. That's really going to help spark those thunderstorms. All right. Tornado watch now allowed to expire for West Virginia. Still have the tornado watch in place. Tornado watch number 75, which goes until 1 o'clock my time. So that would be for the next 3 hours, when we should really start to see these thunderstorms really start to go through parts of Nashville. So I will drop that out. What is that, Lori? This isn't even close to the actual weather channels. What is that? What is that in reference to? Looks like this thunderstorm just went severe near Cape Guardo. Still have this severe thunderstorm here in Kentucky. But since there's a tornado watch in place, I'll be live. And if we watch over the last 6 hours, you can see the tornado watch as it keeps moving across. Maybe if Doppler cooperates. Maybe it will. And yep, maybe it will. So looks like there's numerous tornado warnings earlier. Looks like there was tornado warnings here in northern Kentucky as this tornado watch was pushing on through. Through the overnight hours. Some tornado warnings here in West Virginia as well. So we're seeing that moisture. Looks like a couple tornado warnings here in parts of Tennessee as well. So right when this cell started near Jackson, looks like some tornado warnings. Let's see. Thunderstorm capable producing a tornado was near Brownsville earlier. Doesn't look like it produced a tornado, just looks like a strong thunderstorm. Then they put up that tornado watch. So not really seeing a whole lot of severe weather now. Like I said, expecting more later on. So, going across everywhere else, seeing some snow. Well, we have a break there. Seeing some snow across Minneapolis and Wisconsin, even parts of Iowa. Seeing some snow. one sec. Have a phone call coming in. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry, had a phone call. New tornado watch has now been issued for Paducah, Mayfield, down to Wingo. With this line that's developing here, this tornado watch is good until 6 o'clock. So, starting to see some storm development here near Mount Vernon, Illinois. So, this is an active tornado watch. I was actually talking to my buddy who's actually out here in Mayfield. So I have family out in the area. So, and he was in his car, and I actually told him everything before his EAS went off on his radio. So, but like I said, tornado watch in effect. Let's look at the model and get an idea if anything. So we're seeing these storms here. Looks like some strong thunderstorms coming through the area just south in the next hour. And seeing some thunderstorms up near Paducah. This one gets really close to Benton and Mayfield. Probably right around 3 o'clock. And then quickly moves through. So this one's only good. Come on, Doppler. This is really something. This is really starting to tick me off that this Doppler keeps freezing on me. There we go. So let's go back to basic composite. So we'll be covering this tornado watch as well, and as well as the weather coming off across in Tennessee. But this is the newest newest tornado watch that's been issued for parts of Kentucky. That includes Mayfield. Severe thunderstorm warning near Cape Guardo right now. This is moving northeast at 64 miles an hour. It's clipping along. So already seeing some storms trying to develop near Cairo and just to the south of Sykeston as well. So we'll have to watch as this line develops. It moves through western Kentucky. Got all my lighting and everything up on the green screen. So be ready to cover these storms. In the event that a tornado warning is issued, then all set up. Power outages in my area in Lexington. Yeah, there was some strong storms in and around Lexington earlier. That rolled through, so probably had some strong winds and possibly even some limbs blow into some power lines. I can back it up over the last 6 hours. So you can see this line developing here. Had some tornado warnings with it. Nothing actually touched down. And then as this strong line went through right about 8 o'clock this morning, it's probably when your power went out with this severe thunderstorm near Lexington. So you probably lost power right around 9 o'clock. I think Lexington's 3 hours ahead, so it was right around 9:20 or so when you probably lost power, and then that line went tornado warned as well as it was entering uh, the last part of eastern Kentucky and in through West Virginia. So that is now since pushed on. Seeing some a little bit heavier showers here near Lexington right now, but nothing like earlier this morning. Let's see. Uh, Thank you for your live updates. You're more than welcome. Correct time. Yeah, I. It makes it real easy when you have a Doppler and you can back it up. So it definitely helps to get the times right. So it's just trying to Western Kentucky is 2 hours, and then you hit. I believe it's. I believe when you get toward Elizabethtown that it switches to 3 hours. So I know Louisville's 3 hours, but it's right in this area that it goes from 2 to 3, if I remember right. Damage to houses in Lexington area, down trees. Yeah, that was a pretty severe storm that went through. Like I said, it. Let me back it up. So it looks like. Let's see. A severe thunderstorm, a severe squall line capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight line wind damage was located near a line extending from Stoops to near Winchester, moving east at 55 miles an hour. Radar indicating rotation, but looks like this cell had both the being that has that little bit of a bow with it. That's what they were watching, but there was a lot of straight line wind damage coming from that cell as well. Seeing some of that heavier rain there in Lebanon. Nothing severe, probably just a big downpour and some gusty winds. Probably seeing some gusts right around 40 to 50 miles an hour. But starting to quiet down a little bit across Tennessee. But looking ahead, let me drop that. Let me pull up the model. Let's pull up the reflectivity. So it is 10 o'clock. So this is about what we're looking at now. Should see some more showers in around Lexington. Starting to see these thunderstorms in the next hour start popping up more in western Kentucky. So it looks like Lexington will see storms even in through this evening as well before it really starts moving around midnight. So looks like we're seeing these severe storms, especially as they go through later on through Nashville, Lebanon. So don't drop your guard yet. There's going to still be more on the way here in Lexington, Somerset, Bowling Green, all the way down through Nashville. So more storms are on the way. So more than likely you might see another tornado watch as well issued for some of these cells later on this afternoon. Man. So seeing this line starting to really develop here near Cape Guardo, moving right in through parts of southern Illinois. Not really seeing a whole lot for western Kentucky at the time, but seeing some storm development here near Sykeston and Cairo. That will start to move in through the Mayfield area here in the next couple hours. Looks like a new yeah, they just issued that. New tornado watch just issued for parts of West Virginia and oh, nope, that's more Kentucky. So all of eastern Kentucky now under a tornado watch. Does not include Lexington. So Mount Vernon, Somerset, Monticello, Corbin. Let's pull up that information. What the heck? So definitely starting to get a lot more severe weather cranking through as they're issuing more tornado watches. So pretty much all of Mississippi, all of Kentucky except for Elizabethtown and Lexington areas, Beaver Dam, Litchfield, Hardinsburg, Knox, Radcliffe area, even Louisville had a tornado watch earlier, but that's been allowed to expire. So that area not included in this tornado in a tornado watch at this time, but pretty much everywhere else is in Kentucky. Doesn't include Virginia because here's the start of Virginia. Doesn't include West Virginia. Not seeing them up in Ohio or Indianapolis. So mainly just Tennessee, the southeastern part of Missouri, the southern part of Illinois, and just the southwest corner of Indiana. What state, Angie? London and Corbin, what state is that in? Kentucky? London and Corbin, you're under a tornado watch with this line that's developing near Campbellsville, Columbia, and Tompkinsville. This line will continue to push off. Currently see a severe thunderstorm warning, or no, the special weather statement. So this cell's moving at 60 miles an hour. So this will be heading right toward London and Corbin. Probably, let's see. There's Somerset. So this will be right close to about 2:30ish. Should see some thunderstorms near London right around 2:30 as this cell continues to track on. But tornado watch is issued for your area. You're more than welcome. But we'll be live here the whole time as there's tornado watches in effect. So you can get all of your weather updates here on National Storm Center. severe thunderstorm warnings going up here across Illinois and southeastern Missouri. With this severe line. So, like I said, more thunderstorms expecting here to come across the Paducah and Mayfield area. Clinton, seeing some thunderstorms in development here across southeastern Missouri and through southern Illinois. And so have to keep watching this area for tornado development as it's currently under a tornado watch. Tornado watch is stretching for a good majority of all of Kentucky and a good chunk of Tennessee also under that tornado watch as well. A lot of severe weather out there. Still pretty early in the afternoon. Ton of moisture out, especially across Lexington. 59-degree dew points in and around Paducah, 64-degree dew points. That's going to help with these cells really start to get cranking as that moisture is trying to combat with this dry air. You can see this dry air here, but still a lot of humidity out in this area. So you can see that dry line right here, but you got moist air trying to sink, you got warm hot air trying to rise, and then you get that mixing layer with these thunderstorms that pop up. And that is why we're starting to see a lot of these severe storms start. That mixing layer. Oh, well, while I'm waiting for a lot of this weather to happen, I'm going to take a short break and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back after a short break. Not really much going on. Still have the tornado watches for southeastern Missouri, western Kentucky, southern Illinois, southern Indiana. Pretty much all of Kentucky is under a tornado watch at the moment. Thanks, Linda, for liking the stream. And of course, we have tornado watches set up for Nashville, Cookeville, Clarksville, and pretty much all of central Tennessee here. Not really much going on. Have some thunderstorms trying to develop here through southern Illinois. Maybe some thunderstorms trying to fire up near Cairo, near Paducah. But all in all, no major warnings out. Staying pretty on the quiet side. But conditions are favorable for tornado development if you're within this tornado watch. But all in all, staying pretty quiet. But I will be here to monitor. Hey Denise, thanks for liking the stream. Appreciate it. So, hey Chris, thanks for liking the stream. Appreciate the support. So just be here monitoring these storms here as they're firing up.